Welcome back. It's 5 o'clock, which means it's time for our budget hearing. The next item on the agenda is the public hearing to solicit input on the recommended FY 2026 annual financial plan. Mr. John Wack, Chief Financial Officer, will share some information before we proceed.
Good evening, Madam Chair, school board members, and Dr. Cashwell. This evening, we're holding a public hearing on the superintendent's fiscal year 2026 recommended budget. That was presented on February 23rd, and our full 151-page budget document has been posted on our website since then. So just briefly, our fiscal year 2026 recommended budget reflects the following notable changes from the current year's adopted budget. Our general fund budget is increasing by about $29.8 million or 4.2% compared to the current year based on the target amount we received. Our debt service budget associated with previously approved capital project debt is essentially remaining flat. The school nutrition fund is increasing by about 3.5% due to increases in food costs, and our state and federal special revenue budgets are increasing by 2.5%, and that's primarily due to more funding for the Virginia Preschool Initiative. Overall, the operating budget from all funds is growing by about 3.8%, noting that our fiscal year 2026 figures do not yet include funding for pay raises. Those are a budget priority and will be considered later in the process. These pie charts illustrate the major revenue categories of our general fund budget, and we can see the target increase of about $29.8 million makes up the difference in fiscal year 2026, and that will likely come from a combination of state and local funds. And these pie charts illustrate our major spending categories in the general fund, and we can see that instruction remains the lion's share of our expenditures budget at over 75% in fiscal year 2026. That concludes my brief overview. Happy to answer any questions or cede the floor for any speakers.
Thank you, Mr. Wack. No citizens have signed up in advance. However, for any who may be present to speak at the budget hearing, we ask that each speaker come to the microphone and clearly state your name and school affiliation. Speakers must present their remarks to the school board, not to the audience, and may provide copies of their comments to the school board clerk. The use of obscenity or defamation is strictly prohibited and will be ruled out of order. Speakers are allotted 3 minutes to address the school board. To assist you in tracking your time, there is a timekeeping system displaying the elapsed time on the screen. Speakers will also receive a notification from me when the time has expired. The school board is here to hear from you today. We will not be responding to speakers, but we will carefully consider your comments regarding the annual financial plan. Is there anyone present who would like to speak about the recommended budget? Seeing none, that concludes the public hearing portion of our agenda.